In this tutorial in ProPresenter 6, we're going to introduce you to preferences. There will be several tutorials showing you how to change the preferences in the program to fit the way you prefer to work. In order to get your preference screen, all you need to do is move the mouse to the ProPresenter 6 word in the upper left corner and click to get the drop-down menu. The second item in the drop-down menu is Preferences, so we'll click on that. This gives me a menu with 9 different tabs on it. We'll cover some of these in each of the following lessons. We'll start with the General tab on the very left. Let's see what we can find here. First, we have a setup option. One will automatically check for updates. Normally, it's wise to leave this checked. This way, you get the latest and greatest from the ProPresenter people, whether you have a licensed version or a trial version of the program. Next to it is a box that says Disable Crash Reporting. If you click this, it will not send information to the ProPresenter folks in case of a system crash. If you leave it unchecked, if you have a crash, it will give you the opportunity to send them information, so hopefully they can fix any bugs in the program. The library folder is set to default. I normally don't change that. The library contains all the items we see over here, all your songs, all your PowerPoint, every component of every playlist that you could ever build. And this gives you a location. That's what the little magnifying glass does. It tells you the location of such things. Also, it gives you the option of changing the logo. The logo will appear if you click on Actions and go down to Logo or touch the F6 key. And we see in my preview screen, this is the current logo. I can change it to the logo of my church or organization. I'm going to, for fun, do that. I will right-click on this, hit on Change Logo. It takes me to my file system. I'm going to, for fun, pick these 2 turtles here. And now I have a different logo. If I go down to Actions and Logo now, it shows my 2 wise turtles. So this gives me an option on changing the logo in my system. The support files, you can have them in the same location for all users of your system, only this user, or you can pick a custom path. The same way with a media repository. Where is it going to be? Well, I can control where it is. Here's the default location in my system here. And then you can also control the search paths. Where is it going to look for items? If I don't like all of these, you see I have one here on my F drive that I added. You simply add the plus and you can add as many locations as you want on your search paths. At the bottom of the screen, we have copyright. We can enable it to be displayed, and it will be displayed on the first slide, the first and last, the last slide, or all slides. This is also where you can put your license number when it comes to your CCLI license, if you have one. And it will automatically read that data and display it properly on all slides. You can also change your CCLI layout. We'll click on that, and you can just drag and drop these items. Let me take song number. I will just drag it and put it behind the author. And now on my CCLI format at the proper place on any screens that I designate here, this is what it will look like. If I want to make it go away, I just highlight it and I can hit the backspace key and it's back the way I want it. I'm going to click Done. So this is the first tab of Preferences in ProPresenter. Let's take a few moments and look at the second tab. The second tab is a Display tab. I'm clicking on that now. One of the defaults is Display at Topmost Window Layer. That's normally important to put on in case when someone's operating the program, they accidentally try to trigger something else. It will appear underneath the display rather than on top of the display. You can also scale it to fit the output display. If my display on this screen that I'm looking at now is different from the output display, it will rescale everything so it fits whatever the output is. And in many churches, the projected output is a smaller screen than, say, the wide screen that you might be working on in the tech booth. Enabling stage display, we'll talk about that in a different lesson. And show output at launch immediately begins to show the previews right here. It sets the display to go right to your projectors or flat screens, whatever system you have. You can also control the width and height. We'll deal with that later. Corner pinning is another thing. And you can actually trigger a link to your system display settings in the Windows environment. And the configure stage display, we'll get to that in another lesson. So those are the first two preference tabs in ProPresenter 6. Stay tuned for lessons when we will show you progressively the next tabs and what they mean and how you can configure them in your copy of ProPresenter version 6.
We hope you found this lesson in configuring your preferences in ProPresenter to be helpful. If you have, please like us and subscribe to the Sharper Turtle. Thank you.